Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm excited I finally was able to get hands-on time with the all-new 2023 Chevy Colorado ZR2. So it seems like a long time coming, covering the all-new Colorado from earlier this year at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show, through all of the different trim levels that have been trickling into dealerships to now the big top dog, the off-road ZR2 oriented trim level. And believe it or not, the 2024 models are right around the corner. Later this fall, they will go into production, and we already know what has changed for the 2024 model year. Now, luckily, this video will pertain to both the 2023 and 2024 ZR2, given there's really just some very minor tweaks to the ZR2 trim in specific, but there were some larger changes to some of the other trim levels in the Colorado lineup. So if you want to know everything that changed for the 2024 Colorado and just want to know anything else about these certain trim levels and comparisons and stuff like that, make sure to stay tuned and check out the other videos I have here on the channel where I do cover the Colorado and Canyon in a little bit more detail. So if you guys are new to the GM or Chevy naming structure, the ZR2 is the top dog off-road version, even above that of the regular Z71 here in the Colorado, and of course the full-size Silverado as well. The ZR2 is going to feature things like front and rear locking differential, skid plates underneath, a larger suspension lift, larger 33-inch diameter tires here on the Colorado ZR2, high clearance bumpers, and a bunch of other things that really set it apart versus that of some of the normal trims of the Colorado lineup. So like I said, this is a very off-road capable vehicle, probably class competitive or class leading in the midsize truck segment. And of course, for 2024, they have revealed the AEV Bison Edition ZR2, which takes that even a step further, a larger suspension lift, 35-inch all-terrain tires, and a bunch of other goodies from AEV. Now, with all that off-road equipment, it does come at a slight price premium versus the Z71, even in its fully loaded form. The ZR2 behind me starts at $48,295, including destination for 2023. We don't have 2024 pricing quite yet, but make sure to stay tuned here on the channel. I'm sure it'll be right around that $50,000 mark if I had to guess here for the ZR2 to start. And there are a few additional option packages, which this one does have behind me, which can bring the price into the low $50,000 mark, depending on how you equip it. So with all that information in mind, let's not waste any more time. See what this ZR2 has to offer for just over $52,000. So taking a look at the truck in front of us, this is finished in the jet black exterior with the jet black Artemis leather interior, which does have some unique yellow stitch and accents that I will show you once we get to the inside. Now here at the front end, this is going to be very unique to the ZR2 trim in specific as well, as you do have the high clearance bumpers, the standard skid plates, and a few other items as well. Now, as far as the lighting goes, you do have LED projector headlights and LED daytime running lights with your incandescent turn signals up top. And your LED fog lights are going to be located here in the bumper, a little bit farther over than that of the standard location for the LED fog lights, which is typically in this portion right there. So the ZR2 does relocate those into the front bumper itself. The ZR2 also does get unique grille design with the gloss black and red accents, as we can see, with the GM flow tie design, which does help with cooling, and they do offer this on some of their performance-oriented models, so that is a nice touch to see here on the ZR2. And the 360 camera system is going to be located directly below the bow tie for that optional package, which this truck does have. So overall, that is kind of some of the unique aspects of the ZR2 in specific. Of course, you do have your red accented off-road recovery hooks down below to showcase that this is an off-road capable model, as well as the standard skid plates, which you can opt for on additional trims for an additional charge, but the ZR2 does come standard with those up front, as well as one a little bit farther back on the undercarriage, which should help protection during those off-road driving events. Now, as far as the hood goes, you do get a ZR-specific hood with the satin black here in the middle and the gloss black painted outer. I know it's a little bit hard to tell here given that the hood is entirely black, but just note that middle section is going to be black no matter which exterior color you do choose. As far as the fender flares go, you do get the extended black plastic flares, much like that of the Trail Boss, given that this does offer the wider stance. I believe it's around 3 inches wider total between both sides. So that is the wider track, which does come standard with the fender flares. You can get the Z71 with the smaller optional flares, which do look a little bit similar, I will admit, but are not nearly as wide as this one. Coming to the wheels and tires, these are going to be the ZR2 specific wheels. They're finished in a gunmetal gray metallic, bronze, as well as machined accent finish. 17-inch in size, wrapped in LT 285/70 17-inch Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT maximum traction kind of mud terrain, all-terrain tires. You can see they are quite aggressive, and once again, just a few years ago, you wouldn't normally find a 33-inch tire from the factory on a mid-sized truck like this. And here we are talking about 33s and 35 inches soon with the Bison AEV edition. Now paired to that is the DSSV Multimatic spool valve dampers, which you can kind of see here in the front, but it will be much easier to see out back there, accented in kind of the gold color to showcase that this is a unique suspension. The mirror caps are going to be finished in gloss black here with the camera on the bottom for the optional camera system. They are going to be heated and do have blind spot detection. Proximity entry on both front door handles, and there you can see the chrome Colorado up there on the driver's side door. And here from the side, you can see some of the other unique aspects for the ZR2, including the rocker protection down below, which is optional on other trucks, but does come standard as part of the ZR2. And overall, it does look very beefy. And like I mentioned, you can see the spool valve dampers a little bit better here in the back. Now, back of the ZR2, you will find partial LED lighting with your LED running lights, incandescent turn signals, brake lights, and reverse lights. A little bit unfortunate that they don't offer a full LED lighting setup, but that's just the way the Colorado lineup is, with your ZR2 decal here on the bedside. The rear bumper is also going to be a high clearance design, which does mean you do lose these side steps. Unfortunately, it is a little bit of a bummer because those will be very handy given this truck does sit up a little bit higher than some of the other ones. But you just note you don't have these side steps with the ZR2. And you do have the rear parking sensors equipped on this truck. There's your trailering hitch. It does come with a 4-pin and 7-pin hookup. Regular chrome Colorado badges, but you can get the black badges if you would like. Chevrolet stamped into the tailgate. There's your rear backup camera, the key lock for the tailgate, and this one does have the soft open dampened tailgate, and there is your ZR2 branding on the passenger side of the truck. So overall, looks very beefy. Now it is worth noting you do out back have the full-size spare tire tucked up underneath the bed. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there, but there is the full-size spare tire. Of course, there's the rear differential and a look at the underbody. So yeah, as a whole, it looks very aggressive. Certainly a huge upgrade, in my opinion, over the previous generation Colorado ZR2, which already looked amazing and was very, very capable for the midsize truck segment. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the window sticker on this exact truck, and then we'll jump onto the interior. So taking a quick look at the window sticker, this one has the ZR2 Convenience Package 3, which is very similar to the Z71 Convenience Package 3, and that includes the driver's seat memory, heated steering wheel, ventilated front seats, safety package, and a few other additional items. This one does have the sunroof as well, the technology package, premium audio system, as well as the Chevrolet Performance black exhaust tip, for a total MSRP of $52,435, including destination. So taking a quick look on the inside, like I mentioned, the ZR2 does get a unique yellow accented interior versus the other trim levels. Starting out here on the door panel, we do have the same door panel overall with the yellow accents, including a hard touch black upper plastic. This is all soft touch in this gray portion right here with the silver boomerang type of trim. Small amount of storage in the lower door panel, but you do have a full-size bottle holder right there. And there is your power windows, mirrors, and locks with automatic driver's side window, memory driver's seat on this truck, and then your chrome door handle pull. I'll take a quick look at the driver's seat. This is going to be a power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar. And there is the gray and kind of darker gray accented leather interior here on this portion, and all the yellow accents that I mentioned that are specific to the ZR2. So on the interior of the ZR2, it's going to be mostly the same as some of the upper trims, including a fully loaded Z71 minus the unique colored accents interior. And for 2024, it's going to be even more similar, given that GM made the 11-inch digital gauge cluster standard across every Colorado, which for 2023 was only available in the ZR2 itself. Now this is controlled here on the right side of the steering wheel. You can cycle through some of the different gauge cluster and pages like this, which splits out the speedometer and tachometer on the left and right. Digital readouts in the center, you have your trip information in the middle, and overall this does have a ton of functionality. This is actually my first time using the 11-inch cluster, which you can actually put the Google built-in navigation system up here as well for the infotainment system. So if we pull up the maps, so basically this allows you to display the built-in Google navigation system and your dedicated route if you have one set here on the digital gauge cluster, which is awesome given that Google integration in the maps is standard across every Colorado. That moves some of your information around to the lower left-hand corner and down in the center section as well. But overall, this is a very useful display. Several different layouts you can choose from, including a dedicated off-road pages right there, specific to the ZR2, and now probably available on some of the other trims, including Trail Boss and Z71 as well. So overall, that's a quick look at the 11-inch cluster. Coming back to the steering wheel, this is going to be leather wrapped, heated with black accents on this one. It does have the silver accent trim in the lower portion. The heated steering wheel button is right here next to your audio multimedia controls. And on the left side, you do have your adaptive cruise control buttons with the forward collision avoidance and distance set. And on the back side, you do have paddles to control certain options for the multimedia system. Here's your regular wiper stalk here on the left side, nothing on the right side. To the left of the steering wheel, you do have your gauge dimming and illumination, and below that, you do have your integrated trailer brake controller, which is a great addition to have for the towing capabilities of the ZR2. Now above that, you do have some unique accents and kind of a faux carbon fiber forged trim around the vents, silver accents, and it does have some of that soft touch leather stitch as well. Now coming across the dashboard, you do have your premium audio Bose branding only here on the center speaker or the center channel. And coming to the infotainment system, this is going to be the standard screen size, 11-inch for every Colorado, no matter if you get 2023 or 24. They all have built-in Google integration, wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, Sirius, XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs, the whole 9 yards. And the ZR2 does have a few specific aspects, including air down mode. You have your 360 cameras that this truck does have, and a dedicated off-road pages as well over here in this icon. So overall, very useful screen size, very nice resolution, and does have built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, the Chevy MyLink app, and you can do some of the Google features as well if you are signed in. Here's your radio knob, including volume and power over on the left side. Dual zone automatic climate control, heated and ventilated front seats in the way that this truck is equipped. Vents are located down below, and you do have your front and rear locking differential buttons closest to the driver. Engine stop, start, on, off, hazard, lane keeping assist, your auxiliary switch that you can hook up and power a certain additional accessory with, and you can roll down all 4 windows with this last switch towards the passenger side. USB-A and USB-C inputs, phone wireless charging pad down below, a little bit of additional gloss black trim around the shifter itself, with your 2-speed transfer case, including auto, 2 high, 4 low modes. Drive modes are found using the ring on the outside, so you have normal, Baja, terrain, tow haul, off-road, and normal drive mode. So no sport, which is a little bit interesting that they did omit that, but a bunch of different off-road and terrain management modes. Electronic parking brake, there's your leather-wrapped gear shift selector, and these are going to be soft touch padded center sections, so if you do rest your leg up on that, it shouldn't be harsh by any means. 2 large cup holders down below with your proximity key fob, features the remote start and all the usual stuff from GM. Leather stitched center armrest with yellow accents. Inside you will find additional storage and a 12-volt outlet in there. Up top you will find a black textured headliner. There's your Vandy illumination, microphone, auto dimming interior rearview mirror, OnStar passenger airbag, indicator light, incandescent overhead lighting, and there is your power sunroof controls as well, as this one is equipped with the sunroof for about $1,000. So overall, that's a quick look at the front seat of the ZR2. You can see there is some specific branding over here on the passenger side of the dash, but really very similar to the Z71 Convenience Pack 3. Now take a quick look at the back seat of the ZR2. Most of the materials are going to be the same as the front. So here on the door panel, hard touch upper, soft touch center section, and a little bottle storage down below. There's a quick look at the seating materials and the accents, which once again do match the front with these stripes that are accented right there on the outer section. Step-in height is going to be a little bit on the taller side given the additional wheel and tire and lift kit that this one does have, but there's a quick look at the center dashboard. Out back in terms of amenities, you do get rear AC vents with every Colorado in the center console, 2 couplers up top, USB-A and USB-C charge outlets, and there is a 120-volt outlet, 400 watts, farther down here on the center console that is standard on Z71 and ZR2. Here's your center armrest as part of the Convenience Package 3 that this one has, with 2 additional cup holders. This is 3-person seating cross if you wish, but it will be a little bit on the tighter side. There's a manual rear sliding window with tinted glass and the defroster functionality, and the headrests do fold down via those buttons on the side. Now in terms of legroom, this seat is a little bit farther back than I would normally have it, so my legs are brushing the seat back, but normally I'd have about 1 to 2 inches of legroom. Footroom is a little bit tight as well, given the seat is all the way down, and headroom is, I would say, I have about 2 inches above the seating position here. And do note, if you do get the sunroof in the Colorados, the dome light here in the middle is lower on the roof line, as you can see. So it actually comes in and meets here in a low spot for the light itself. It's a little bit of a weird design in my opinion, but that does lower the roof at least 1 to 2 inches here on the inside. But the roof is kind of scalloped out here for rear seat occupants. So hopefully their head won't touch, but you don't have the most headroom available in these midsize trucks. So overall space is a little bit at a premium. Now coming out back to the bed, this does come standard with the spray and bed liner for every ZR2, which is normally optional on some of the other trims. You do get these integrated Stowflex storage as well via these levers. So if you pop these open, you do have about a 4-inch by 4-inch deep and about 30 some inches long, I do believe. Storage space inside. It is weather resistant. I would not say it's weatherproof by any means, as it does have a rubber seal here, but just note moisture can get inside depending on if you've latched them properly and overall what the truck is exposed to in terms of having or not having a topper on the top. You do have an integrated 120 volt outlet on the right side, 400 watts, again, split between the interior plug and this plug on the outside. You have 2 tie-down points in every corner, so really not too bad in that regard. And you do have your unique ZR2 branding at the very front of the bed, just to let you know that you do have a somewhat special truck in that regard. So that's a look at the bed. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here on the passenger side front. Materials and everything are going to be the same. You only have a 4-way manual passenger seat, so no height adjustment, unfortunately. There's a better look at the dashboard with the branding. The glove box is not going to be damped and does not have interior lighting as well, but it is a very usable size, as you can see. And overall, that's going to be a quick look at the interior of the ZR2. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular truck, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Now, under the hood of every ZR2, you're going to find the exact same powertrain, and this is the TurboMax branding for 2024. So this is a 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to an 8-speed torque converted automatic, which puts out 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque through only the rear wheels or all 4 wheels if you do select 4-wheel drive. And what's interesting for 2024 is that GM decided to get rid of the Turbo Plus engine option, which did come standard on the Trail Boss as well as the Z71, and every truck will now be split between the base 2.7 and the Turbo Max, which every ZR2 already had. So basically they got rid of the engine tune that was just below this in some of the lesser trims, but just know every ZR2, regardless of 2023 or 2024, will come with the highest output 2.7. So that's going to do it for my quick walk around on the 2023 and 2024 Chevy Colorado ZR2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel and these videos. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and make sure to check out some other Colorado content I have here from the past several months, here from early spring over the summer, where I did get to test drive the Trail Boss trim level on an off-road course at the Mama Spring Rally. So that was a very fun video. Highly recommend checking that one out, and make sure to just check out other videos I have, including the trim comparisons and everything like that, because there is a lot of valuable information. And I will have a forthcoming 2024 Colorado comparison video because they did tweak a few things. So there's a few things that are no longer accurate in those videos of the past, but overall it is going to be mostly the same information. Now, as far as my quick thoughts on the ZR2 in specific, well, ever since its launch of pricing and trim information, everything like that, I really thought it was a very good value in the Colorado lineup. When you look at some of the other trims, including the Z71 and some of the more expensive trucks, a fully loaded Z71 tops out at like $49,000 to $50,000, where a fully loaded ZR2 tops out at like $52,000 to $53,000 with all of the same equipment and more than that of the Z71 truck. So I think if you're looking at the upper $40,000 range and don't need the extra towing capacity, which does come with these standard Colorados, as the ZR2 does lose just a little bit of additional towing, then I think the ZR2 makes a ton of sense in the lineup and is a very good value, like I said, for all of the additional off-road capability that you can get with this truck. So front and rear locking differentials, all of the unique high clearance aspects, the larger suspension lift, the larger wheels and tires, the standard 11-inch screen, which now is standard across the board. Really, it just makes this truck stand out to me in an overall value aspect. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the ZR2. You think it's good, bad, fair value in the market for what you're getting, or is there something else from other competitors that you think is a better value? But once again, with all that being said, I appreciate the support here on the channel and hope to see you guys in the next one.